This is Catholic Daily Reflections for Friday of the 28th week in Ordinary Time. Today's reflection is entitled, God's Attentiveness. Are not 5 sparrows sold for 2 small coins? Yet not one of them has escaped the notice of God. Even the hairs of your head have all been counted. Do not be afraid. You are worth more than many sparrows. Do not be afraid. These words are often repeated in the Holy Scriptures. In this passage, Jesus says we should not be afraid because of the fact that the Father in heaven is attentive to every last detail of our lives. Nothing has escaped the notice of God. If God is attentive to the sparrows, He is even more attentive to us. That should give us a certain sense of peace and confidence. Of course, one reason that this can still be difficult to believe is that there are many times when it feels like God is quite distant and inattentive to our lives. It's important to remember that whenever we have this feeling, it's only a feeling and not reality. Reality is that God is infinitely more attentive to the details of our lives than we could ever realize. In fact, He's far more attentive to us than we are attentive to ourselves. And not only is He attentive to every detail, He is deeply concerned about every detail. So why might it feel like God is distant at times? There could be many reasons for this, but we should be certain that there is always a reason. Perhaps we are not listening to Him and not praying as we should, and thus we are missing His attentiveness and guidance. Perhaps He has chosen to remain silent in a matter as a way of drawing us closer to Himself. Perhaps His silence is actually a very clear sign of His presence and His will. Reflect today upon the fact that regardless of how we may feel at times, we must be certain of the truth of this passage above. You are worth more than many sparrows. God has even counted the hairs on your head, and every part of your life is fully present to Him. Allow these truths to give you consolation and hope, knowing that this attentive God is also a God of perfect love and mercy and will provide for you all that you need in life. Let us pray. All-knowing Lord, I know You love me and are aware of every feeling, thought, and experience I have in life. You are aware of every problem and concern I have. Help me to continually turn to You in all things, knowing of Your perfect love and guidance. Jesus, I trust in You.